I've been getting on my BNB and stacking it. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Eshare, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking it. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Eshare, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Stacking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking it. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Eshare, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking it. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Eshare, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I'm the team lead here, and this is our live AMA Mondays and Tuesdays every week. And this is a very special AMA about our Eshare migration. So I'm happy to announce that the migration is complete, and this AMA will be a deep dive into all the questions that everybody's been going and asking. I know it can be a little overwhelming, but we'll get into everything. So far, everything looks amazing, and we'll get into all of it. So, and we will have follow-up Medium articles and other standalone videos if we need to on, how to transition after. But that being said, I'm also joined by my co-hosts with the most, both Bull Gates and LA. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Awesome.
I was making dinner, but I'm listening, and all's good here.
All right, sounds great, Bill. Thanks, brother. All right, LA. Yep, we got a lot to go over. Again, I'm gonna go over a ton, but if there's anything that you don't hear me go over, you have some questions, please feel free to type it into the chat on YouTube, or you can join our Telegram and raise your hand and ask in voice as well. But we're gonna take all the time we need to make sure we answer everybody's questions as we move forward. So. I'm going to start by reading our official announcement. I think that goes over the majority of the info, and then we'll go into some questions we've already been seeing, and again, help people understand why we had to go through all this and all the other fun facts about migrating to a new distribution. So, all right, the announcement is today is the day. Eshare migration has been underway for over the past week, but now we're down to the final steps. And these are some steps that you have to take manually. So again, the migration has been completed, but there are a few things that we were not able to do automatically, and these are some steps that you do need to do. So when you visit the website, you will notice now that there is a pop-up on the site which prompts all users with Liquid Eshare, again, Liquid Eshare, to press the button to migrate. It will then spin up 2 transactions. The first transaction is to approve, and the second transaction is to migrate. So I'm actually going to show this in real time. I'm going to walk everybody through it on video here on YouTube, but let me get through the full announcement first, and then we'll reiterate all that. So if you're still holding Eshare BNB LP, please remove liquidity of that LP pair and then press the button to migrate your liquid V1 to V2. So again, to clarify that, if you have been collecting Eshare BNB LP rewards from Reactor, or maybe you just have them sitting idle, you forgot that we're not doing rewards for those anymore, but you didn't want to unpair, now would be the time to unpair your Eshare BNB LP. Keep that BNB for yourself, or use it to buy more Eshare, not financial advice, or really EMP for where we are. And then the liquid Eshare will then be converted through the process I'm about to show you. So all users without liquid Eshare will be migrated automatically. So bearing those still in the old Eshare BNB farm and boardroom. So again, to clarify, Reactor and the single staking Eshare farm, those conversions have already happened automatically. So that is now version 2 Eshare that is included in both of those. So, and then both Sentinel Squadron and single staking Eshare farms, their pending rewards that are unclaimed will be migrated automatically. So we thought that you may have to remove or claim your rewards, but that is something we were able to do automatically. So all those rewards should now be in version 2 rather than version 1. All right, a few more here, and then I'll go over all this all over again. So don't worry here. Okay, if you are still in the old Eshare BNB LP farm or the boardroom, please remove your LPs from that respective contract. Unpair your LPs, and then the button will pop up for you to migrate. So let me go over that again. If you're in any of the old Eshare BNB farms, again, either through an auto vault or here on EMP, you will need to remove your Eshare BNB LP. Again, Reactor is separate. Reactor is locked. But if you have Eshare BNB LP, you need to remove it from farms, or if you have it in your wallet, you need to, after removing it, then unpair that LP. So then you have both Eshare and BNB, and then the Eshare can be converted. And for the boardroom. So again, there are some things that I may have misspoke on leading up to this. So I take full responsibility on a few things that we just weren't 100% sure on until the migration happened. And so again, the boardroom was one of them. So if you need to unpair, or hang on, let me read it one more time. Please remove, yeah. So if you're still in the old Eshare farm or the boardroom, again, just remove, and then you'll be able to swap. So that again, we were hoping to have the boardroom done automatically, but because it's non-custodial, you will need to remove from the boardroom and then do the swap. So all right, let's see. Again, the button will only appear for if you have liquid eShare. So I'll show you that in a second on video. But if you're not seeing a button, then that means you don't have any eShare and nothing you have to worry about. So, all right, you will have a total of 10 days from today to complete this process. So we are giving plenty of time, but we also don't leave it open indefinitely. So people have to be paying attention on this migration. There may be a way for us to, you know, honor the migration after the fact of those 10 days, but that will be on a case by case basis and may result in some fees because it will have to be done automatically. But again, we don't want the FUD. We want to be as fair as possible to everybody. So we will be trying to honor that as well. But if you want full credit right now, you have 10 days to do it. Go ahead, Bull. Do you want to add to that?
I just wanted to correct you. You said automatically. It'll have to be done manually.
Sorry, thank you, Bull. Yes, and again, if I say something, LA as well, if I say something, please interrupt me to be more clear. But yeah, so one more time. You will have a total of 10 days from today to complete the V1 to V2 swap. Once a swap happens, the V1 tokens will disappear from your wallet. They're sent to a holding address, and then you're given credit for the same amount in V2. So again, this is a way to prevent exploits as well. But so yes, this has to be done manually. And again, if you miss that 10-day window, there may be a form that we have ready, but there will be minimums and a fee to migrate after this window. So you don't need to, again, rush or panic or, get excited. 10 days should be plenty of time. And we'll update people as we get closer to that threshold as well. I mean, unfortunately, we can't just leave the swapper open indefinitely because we are working with two sets of liquidity pools. But we will make it as fair to everybody, even if they're, a bit more passive and not, following like they should be about their investments. So, all right, other important info, and then again, I'll go through all this all over again with a screen capture. So, all right. As you also may have noticed, the farm rewards were paused during the migration process over the past week. In order to make up for the gap in rewards, the farm emission rates were increased in accordance to the gap in rewards. So I mentioned this on a previous AMA. We are extending and actually, I'm sorry, extending is not the right word. We are bolstering the eShare emissions in the farm to make up for the time that was lost, but it's over the entire year. So again, the rewards are bolstered, and really the rewards are really a lot better right now because we did have to make a secondary EMP ETH farm, which I'll go through in a second. So let me talk about that and then I'll back up. So there is a new version of the EMP ETH LP farm. Again, this was another oversight of mine. I wish I would have been a better communicator on letting people know there will be a new LP farm. I thought we would be able to do it on the original farm, but because it's a new distribution contract, it has to be a separate farm. So basically, what you need to do is remove the LP from the EMP ETH LP farm that you were in and deposit them into the new one. And so, because we're doing this as well, those that are paying attention and get into the new LP farm actually get much more of a boosted rate. So, those that, again, are paying attention over the next few days, you should more than make up any potential gap in rewards because you're in that new pool with less competition, so to speak. So, and again, even if you are late to the party, you're not missing out because we're adding more eShare emissions to that farm over the entire year to make up for, the 7 day gap or whatever it was, 10-day gap in between. So again, we're being as fair as possible with all this, and you know, this is a major undertaking, and we had to do it in the safest way possible. So, all right, a few more updates, and then I'll share my screen here. So, moving forward, we are transitioning primarily to only using the Magic and Dex vaults. So those of you that are in auto compounders, this is really important. So we're really not. I mean, we're still. What's best for the protocol is the Magic and the Dex vaults LP auto compounders. So those are the ones that we will be moving forward with. Beefy and Yield Wolf, they may end up updating the auto compounders eventually, but as of right now, that could take a lot of time for them to work it into their workflow, and you will not be earning rewards in those at all. So, in the interest of not only the protocol, but you as the participant, you really need to be in either the Magic or the Dex Vault. And I spoke to Owen with Magic today. They're working on it immediately, as well as Dex Vault. So hopefully within the next 24 to 48 hours, all the new auto compounders will also be available. So in the meantime, I would just remove all your LP from auto compounders and put them in the farm on the website itself, just to be safe. And then once the auto compounders are up and running, then you'll get rewards. So yeah, that's it. So and again, we'll post the updated URLs to those as well. And then finally, we have the two brand new contract addresses. So eShare V2, we have a new contract address for that token. You'll need to update your MetaMask and all the other info to track that, as well as the eShare BNB LP for Reactor. It's a new LP contract as well. So, all right, I know that was a lot. That was the high level overview and introduction to what we did. Now I'm going to pull up my screen and go through all of that all over again in real time so everybody can see. So, all right, bear with me. LA or Bulb, is there anything you want to add real fast while I get the screen up? Go for it.
I think it'll be helpful for you to go through it all again because I know it's a lot. Obviously, even just reading through the pinned posts and hearing you say it, people still have questions. So I think it'll be good for them to see it as well. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Perfect. So, all right. So when you come to the EMP website, you will get this pop-up. It says convert eShare to V2. Again, what will happen? You just hit swap. This is only if you have liquid eShare in your wallet. So again, it will automatically recognize that. You hit swap, and then I don't know if you guys can see this, but you'll get two MetaMask transactions. So you'll want to approve each MetaMask transaction. One is to give permission for us to access your eShare, and then the other one is to actually swap it. So once you do both of those transactions, it will remove the original eShare version 1 from your wallet. It will go to a holding address that the team owns, and then you'll get credited the exact amount of eShare for V2. So, and then that will show up in your wallet automatically. So again, let me just refresh one more time. If you have liquid eShare in your wallet and you visit the site, you'll get this pop-up. It'll say convert eShare version 2. You hit swap. And then in your MetaMask, you approve both transactions. Again, hopefully you guys can see, I don't know. But yeah, you'll get a pop-up, give permission to access your eShare. And then the next transaction is to actually swap the eShare, and then your version 1 eShare will disappear, so don't panic or freak out. Then you will get the version 2 automatically sent to your wallet as the migration. So, all right, and then farms. All right, so there are, again, the new farms. And as you can see, if we scroll down here, the inactive pools you will need to remove. So again, the EMP ETH LP, if you have LP in there, you need to get rid of that. If you have eShare version 1, the eShare BNB, and then obviously eShare MDB, which we retired a long time ago, as well as EMP eShare, which we haven't had since, the first few weeks of the protocol. So just go to inactive pools first. If you have anything, it'll show up. Again, this wallet I'm on is a test wallet, so it doesn't have anything. But you'll see, the amount that you have in there. These numbers will show different, and all you do is hit the minus button. You withdraw the LP or the eShare, whatever you're in, and then you'll deposit them into the new contracts. So again, at the very top, the EMP ETH LP and the eShare. Now we haven't bolstered the eShare single asset pool yet. I know that is something we are planning on doing. I just need to get with Jake on exactly how and how much we're doing that. We have to do the math for any of the rewards that you can get in the meantime, but it has not been bolstered yet, but it will be. And we have to actually have some of the eShare rewards or emissions actually happen. So we're not like minting new eShare outside of the minting schedule. We have to let the treasury accumulate some of those emissions, and then we can apply it to that eShare pool. So again, just bear with us on all that. Everything that we've said we will do, and make it as fair as possible to everybody. You know, this is just a very complicated process, and you know, Jake is busy as hell getting it done in the safest way possible, and sometimes relaying that info to me, uh, there can be a gap in communication. So it's my job to, you know, update you guys in the community on what's happening. But there, you know, there's never a situation where we're intentionally, you know, saying one thing and doing another. So just bear with us. Everybody will be made whole, and you know, be rewarded for any gap of rewards there was. And this is it. I mean, once we're in V2 now, you know, we'll never have to go through this again. And you know, everything is now modular. And we have a lot more control over the distribution contract for Eshare version 2, and we should never have to go through this big of a process again. So, all right, I will pull up my notes again. Bear with me here, and then LA. I know we had a lot of questions, so hang on one sec.
And if you're watching, remember to press the like button.
All right, perfect. So, yes, LA, do you want to read them out? Do we want to take some voice questions? How do you want to start with this? Or is there something you want me to go over again that I need to explain better? You tell me.
Okay, so far the questions that are coming are things you've already covered, and I'm just writing the answers in the chat because I think they missed you going over them, so I'm not going to make you go over them a second time.
Okay,
But
yeah, I
if
know
you have,
everybody. Yeah, everybody again, if there was something you missed, maybe I would highly recommend, you know, just replaying this AMA. I think that would also really help. And, you know, shout out to the community as well. If there's anything that you can help us, you know, answer, obviously never click, you know, any links from a random person, unless it's you know, pinned. But if you can verbally, you know, help explain to people. Our mods in both Discord and Telegram will be working overtime to help out as well. So yeah, go ahead, LA.
can you explain the part about the farm again and why it's showing no LPs? Because people are confused about that,
Okay.
even though we explained
Yep,
already.
no problem. Let me pull it back up on my screen. All right, hang on. I'm gonna pull it up. One moment. Okay, so these are the farms. So again, I'm on a different wallet, so you're not gonna be able to see any LPs because this is just a demo wallet. But anybody that has been in our protocol will need to scroll down and look at inactive pools. Again, this part right here, inactive pools. So these are all the old pools. Nobody should have any TVL or any LPs in these pools whatsoever. So again, what you do is if you see a number here, that you know the LP staked in any of these, if any of these read anything other than 0, you need to then withdraw what you have in them. So what you would do is just go to the minus button, you would hit max, and you would hit confirm to withdraw that amount. So again, this EMP ETH farm, this was what the farm is that everybody is in. Again, you can see right here, 2.6 million in TVL in that farm still. So what you need to do is remove from that farm and put it into the new farm. So you hit approve EMP ETH LP, and then you can, it'll say deposit. Here, let me do it. I'll do it. Let me clear my cache, and I'll do it right now. Hang on one sec. All right, so you hit approve EMP LP. All right, it'll take a minute to approve. All right, and then you get the plus and minus buttons. So again, then you would just hit the minus button on that old inactive farm I just showed, and then come up here and hit the plus button, and then hit max. So again, there's a little bit of LP in here on the test wallet, so you would just hit max, and then it would deposit into that new. So, and as you can see, you know, there's only about 1 million in TVL, so the APR right now is killer because there's less competition. So again, those of you that are paying attention, you know, and we purposely were vague on this, you know, again, people may say we were bad communicators, and I take full responsibility not knowing that we were going to have to do an EMP ETH LP farm, a new farm. I thought we'd be able to migrate, but Jake said, you know, we'd rather be safe than sorry, and the best way to do that is to just do a brand new farm. And you know, those of you are getting, you know, a major boost in APR to reward you for, you know, not only paying attention but listening to the AMAs and what we're doing. So this number will come down over time and level out as soon as there's more TVL in that farm. So does that help, LA? I'll do it again if I have to. No problem whatsoever.
I think you got it now. I
Okay.
think that people would log onto the site and go to the farm page, and they would look where their farm was before, and they would see 0 LPs, and then it would scare them. But they
Yes.
wouldn't scroll down the page to see that it says inactive pools and see that there's an EMP ETH pool there. And so it's just really important that you scroll down and see the inactive pools, because that's where the LPs are that you need to
Yes.
withdraw in order to deposit into the new one.
Yes, amazing point, LA, and I think you're 100% right. This card, again, for lack of a better word, the EMP ETH card that represents your pool, the inactive pool one, that's what was in this first slot up until about an hour ago. So yeah, obviously you're gonna think you see 0 LPs here that they disappeared, but they did not. They're in the inactive pools. So again, just scroll down a little bit, and everything should be in these pools, and then you would just hit again the minus button, hit max, withdraw everything, and then apply it in the new pool, the new farm at the top. So, and again, nobody, if any of you have other LPs in these inactive pools, again, make sure you withdraw them because they're literally doing nothing. So you want to withdraw them and put them in the farms that are paying. So, all right.
And then do you mind touching on what they should do in regards to Magic and DEX?
Yes, for sure. Let me try to pull up. So we are working on a bunch of UI updates as well. So we'll have a new, we'll have a new, and obviously we have to add DEX to this as well. So we have a bunch of UI updates coming. We have a partners page that we're adding so people can keep track of all the protocols that we partnered with. But yes, if you're in an auto compounder, so if you're in Beefy or Yield Wolf, I would say remove those LPs immediately and put them in the farm of what I just showed you that is actually paying, because Beefy and Yield Wolf, they're larger protocols, and you know I can't guarantee that they're gonna update the code to the new pool without it being at least another few days before that happens. So again, in the interest of maximizing rewards, you would want to remove them from Beefy and Yield Wolf. Again, just the LP itself, you don't have to unpair the LP or anything. You just go to the farm, you hit the minus sign. Actually, I might even have some on here. Let me try to do it.
Then while you do that, I'll just mention this, as David just wrote in the comments. people who have Eshare in the growth DeFi VDC, you do not need to do anything. It will be migrated for you.
Perfect. So there you go. Again, the protocols that we work with directly have been very, very helpful on getting this expedited. But the larger protocols may have a few days turnaround. And honestly, it's better for you as the investor and us as the protocol to be in either the DEX vaults or the Magic vaults anyway. So, all right, I don't have any LP, but you would just go to your staked vaults here, and then it would show up, and then you would just withdraw them and put them on the farm for now. And then once we get Magic and Dex Vault up, then you can put them in there to keep earning rewards. So, all right, let me go back. All right, so yeah, all this will be updated to reflect what I just said. So, all right, cool. What else, LA? Go ahead.
So in Magic or Dex, do they need to take it out and put it back in, or can they just leave it?
Yes, that is a good question. I'm waiting to hear back from Owen and Dex. My gut is to say, so I know the Magic Vault, I'm pretty sure, and again, I'm 95% on this, but maybe just wait for an update tomorrow. But if you're in the Magic Vault, you will need to withdraw and put it into the new auto compounder. So just like you did with the farms, um, because they're using that same farm address, you will withdraw your old LP and put it in the new farm. But with Dex, which really is really awesome about Dex, they have a migrate function over there as well. So I think we will be able to migrate on their behalf or anybody's behalf. But again, don't hold me to that until I hear back from them. But both Magic and Dex vaults should be updated within 24 hours. So yeah. All right. Hopefully that
And I've
helps.
got the links to both sites on the pinned announcements.
Perfect. Yep. And just to reiterate too, I mean, the auto vaults are super powerful because what they do is they take your eShare rewards, automatically sell them. So again, the downside is you're not getting any more liquid eShare, but then that's reinvested into EMP ETH LP automatically for you. So again, it's basically a way to turn your eShare into more EMP and Ethereum over the long run. So, and they're very, very beneficial, not only by adding additional buying pressure on EMP, but they're hands off for you as an investor. Like you don't have to really worry about anything. Everything happens, and then you come back and have way more EMP and way more Ethereum over time.
So if you're on here listening, just know that the contract addresses, I have added them to the EMP main chat and the Discord announcements in the pinned posts. It is a really good idea to go ahead and add them to your wallet today so that you don't accidentally see it posted somewhere else by, someone that you don't know, and then you're busy with 10 other things on your mind and you accidentally add one that's the wrong one from someone that you don't trust because your mind's on something else. So while you're thinking about it today, it's a good idea to add it from the pinned post directly while they're fresh, first to pin there, just so that you can make sure everything's nice and safe and you have the correct things being added to your wallet.
Yes, great points, LA. And yeah, I do want to make a comment too, but give me a minute to look it up about the liquidity. So give me one more minute. But is there another one we can go to? I can answer in the meantime.
I don't see anything necessarily. If you have a question, make sure to type it in the chat.
Yep, or anybody else in Telegram that may want to come on voice. I want to give it exact numbers on liquidity. So give me one more minute while I look it up. Apologies for not having this ready to go. Nothing else, LA? I don't know. You've been fielding questions all day today, so give me one more minute here.
Well, just a huge shout out to our entire army of admins who are doing an incredible job helping out to answer all of these questions. I mean, wow. Great job, everyone.
Totally. All right, so just again, finally got it up. Sorry, guys. So again, there is different liquidity pairs now because there is the V1 and the V2. So what will happen is there's eventually going to be no liquidity in Eshare V1. So those of you that are trying to buy or sell, potential arbitrage, it can get very, very dangerous because with the lower liquidity on V1, it can then really impact your price. So as of right now, again, if you're going to buy eShare and you want to add to your position, I would highly recommend doing it on the eShare version 2 contract. Nobody really should be buying or selling on eShare version 1 because the liquidity is so much lower. Again, we were able to migrate the liquidity through Reactor, which was a large portion of that. So the V1 eShare only has about 250,000 of liquidity, and the eShare version 2 has about 1 million in liquidity. So obviously you want to be transacting on the token that has more liquidity, so you don't get wrecked on any potential slippage. So again, now that the migration is complete, only transact in if you're going to buy and sell on eShare version 2, not version 1. And the eShare that we end up collecting from V1 through that swap will then use that eShare to essentially drain liquidity on V1, and all that liquidity will also be migrated to version 2. So again, all of that is being fully transparent and the actual safest way possible because there are a lot of projects that go through migrations like this that don't get it right, and that could be major, major exploits. So again, I want to be fully upfront that if there was a lack of communication, it was either a bit on purpose or it was truly me just trying to be the liaison between Jake. But Jake is an absolute rock star and has been up literally about 3 days straight. And we just are trying to go through every possible scenario of potential exploit to make sure that we're safe. And again, if that added to a few more days of no rewards, even though we are supplementing those, I mean, that unfortunately is just the price of doing business because we obviously have the safety of the protocol above everything else. So I just want to make sure I'm on record clarifying all that. So, all right. What else, LA or Bull? Anything you want to add, or anybody else from the army or any of our VIPs have questions? Feel free to jump on.
Can you show, there's a request for you to show how to add the new V2 contract address to the MetaMask.
Yes, let me see here. Hang on.
And really, we can just show them how to do it from the farm.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Yes.
Oh, I was just going to say that, LA. The easiest way is just to click on the MetaMask icon from the farm. If you go at the very bottom, you got the little eShare icon next to the X guard. Hit the plus sign, and that'll automatically add it to the account. So perfect. Jake already updated that with the V2, so that's the easy button.
Yep, perfect. So right here, guys and gals, again, this little fox icon right here in will pop up a transaction. I think. Hang on, let me see. Right, Joe. What is that? That's what we're doing, right?
For eShare. For the eShare. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, if you go to the you could do it there. I did at the bottom. They should both be V2.
Yeah, so these aren't linked up yet. But yeah, if you go to the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So let me do that on camera. Hang on 1 second, guys. Yep, so this one right here at the bottom, and it'll pop up a transaction. So yeah, and my MetaMask is lagging, but yeah, that's the way to do it. Or let me pull up. I'll show you too. So you find the transaction, or you find the code. Yeah, see, it'll say. So those were working. It's just my MetaMask is being very laggy. So any of those buttons should work. But if you open your MetaMask, you go to Assets, and then you go all the way to the bottom, and you hit Import. It'll have you again. You can paste the token address right there, and it will update. So either of those ways, you can do it manually like that, or again hit the little fox icon on Eshare at the very, very bottom here. So cool, great question. All right, what else, LA? Anybody else, or Joe? I know again, Joe. Yeah, Joe, you're an expert. You've been around the block. But anything you want to add about migrations? I know it can be frustrating, but we're doing our best to get past it and move forward. So.
No, it went pretty smooth. I mean, I know it was quick notice, but you just got to step back and remember, because it's a new eShare, there's a new address, which really, in the minds of blockchain, it's a brand new token. So within the ecosystem, we're just allowing you to swap the old token for the new token 1-for-1 value. So what I did was, I did it wrong the first time, but I went and the LPs that I had liquid, I forgot to go in and split them. So I actually had to convert the eShare twice. No big deal, just an extra transaction. So I guess if you're doing this from scratch, anything liquid you have in LPs for eShare BNB, go ahead and break those apart. And then you can go ahead and then you can use that convert button and then go ahead and put the LPs back together.
Perfect.
I don't know if you covered that already. I came in a little late.
Yeah, no, we did at the very beginning, but that's a good thing to reiterate. So yeah, I mean, again, if you try to convert, then you may have to do more than one transaction. So make sure you have actual liquid eShare, and then it will swap for you automatically. And all the gas fees should be pretty optimized. I think the swap, even though it's 2 transactions, it's should be less than $1 in gas fees. So yeah, great stuff. Was there another one, LA, that you were about to say? Another one, I think. Question.
Hot Llama.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
Hot Llama, how are you?
Hey, Jay, hi team, how's it going? You guys, man, it's so crazy busy. But I just want to say one other reminder is what I did after I did have a little bit of liquid eShare BNB that I broke apart, and that Joe was just talking about. But just a reminder that if you're using Pancake Swap, you're going to have to go into, when you have to create that new pair, you're going to have to use the new eShare contract to do that and approve it. Just so you know, something to look out for.
Yeah, no, another great point. Totally.
Yeah, good point. And when you add it in, mine has a little question mark next to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's normal because it's so brand new, it doesn't recognize it with the correct symbol and everything.
Yep, that's right.
Perfect. Yep. So yeah, to reiterate, and yeah, Hot Llama, if you want to add more for sure, but to reiterate that again, when you are going to create your new LP, you can do it on the farm by just hitting that lightning bolt button. That will zap in for you. But if you have BNB and you have the eShare version 2, then yes, you will need to actually use the new LP contract address or add, if you're going to add a liquidity manually, you make sure it's V2 and BNB, and then it'll make it. So, and LA, you have both of those. You have the V2 LP address as well, right? In the post?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Go ahead, Hot Llama. Was there more? That was great. Great
No,
point.
that was it. I just I did all the other stuff like basically while you were walking us through. It's pretty basic. And I took everything out of the old the farm that's been the EMP ETH farm that is no longer active. I pulled it out and put it into the new active farm. That was pretty simple. Nothing scary there. And then I swap, and then just another thing. If after I already swapped my liquid, then I went in and broke apart my liquid LP. And next time I went into the EMP site, it popped up again because I had more liquid Eshare. It said that it wanted me to swap. So
Perfect. Yeah, no, that
yeah,
was great. Awesome, brother. And again, you know, in full transparency, and we're gonna give people plenty of heads up, but that's one of the reasons why we have a 10-day window. The eShare V1 that we're collecting, that will be used to then drain the liquidity of V1. So again, that's why I said you got to be very careful trying to buy or sell on V1 because there is a lot less liquidity. Make sure that you migrate over to V2, and then you can worry about buying or selling eShare as well. So, and again, we'll update everybody as we get closer to that. But we want to have a window. So, all right, awesome, Hot Llama. Thanks, brother. Yep. Was there anything else? Go ahead, bro.
no, I just thank you.
All right.
Appreciate all of the walkthrough. It was great.
Yeah, no worries, man. And again, shout out to Jake. Again, he said he wasn't. I was gonna have him on the AMA to say, you know, from the horse's mouth, but he literally, you know, was passing out, and didn't want to, again, delay any longer. We had to get this out. So, wish Jake, some sweet dreams after being awake and getting this done. But, all right, we have another special guest, Grover. What's up, brother? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, mates. Hi, I'm Grover. You've seen me floating around on the channels for a while now. I just wanted to reiterate that Dex Vaults does have a system for this situation. There is no need to withdraw your funds from the vaults. What will happen is when you log on to Dex Vaults, there will be a little button, and you will have to do the similar thing where you'll have to approve a transaction and do a small transaction, and it will all happen for you. You do not need to withdraw your money from the vaults.
Amazing, Grover. Thank you, brother. Yep, that's what I thought. But it's great to have you, you know, confirm that. Again, if you're in the Magic Vaults, they don't have that migration tool that I'm aware of, so you are gonna have to withdraw and then redeposit. But on Dex Vaults, again, man, another thing you guys thought of ahead of time. So and you and I know
Yep.
we have a very special meeting this week. I know both of us are on daddy duty, so we've been busy. But yeah, we Grover and I, again, for those of you that don't know, Grover is an amazing big brain, you know, that we talk about a lot, and he's
Thank
been
you.
instrumental, bro, in helping us come up with new pools, and we've been in a holding pattern until this eShare migration is over with. But now we can go full steam ahead on a very specific pool that will actually, what we feel could single-handedly help us recover PEG, even without fusion. So yeah, Grover, I'm really excited for that too, brother.
Yeah, we've got a lot of brainstorming to happen, and as I said, we've got a tool to enable this. Well, it's not really even a migration.
Oh, I think we lost you. Grover, you there? Is it on my end? Can you guys hear him or no?
We lost him temporarily.
Oh, sorry, I'm on Starlink. Occasionally it pops out. As I said, as soon as we have the contracts and that type of thing from you guys, we can make this reinitialization of the vaults happen, because it's actually not really a migration, it's just a reinitializing of the vaults. And it's easy as just the same type of situation where you have to click two MetaMask transactions. One's an approval and one's a small transaction for it to happen.
Perfect. All right, there you have it, everybody. Again, another reason why Dex vaults are absolutely crucial, not only to maximizing your gains as a participant or investor, but also for the benefit of the protocol. And so yeah, and we'll again, as soon as I get off the call, I have a chat with Jake and Grover to make sure that we get all that set up, and then we'll give an announcement on our socials when it's ready to roll. So it could be,
Yeah,
again,
I
within,
believe Jake's about to go to bed himself, so
yeah, it may
that
be,
might not happen until he wakes up in the morning.
yep, totally. No doubt, no doubt. Well, again, we're all on different time frames and time zones, but yeah, within 24, 48 hours, I think we can definitely have it accomplished.
Yep,
Cool.
definitely.
All right, awesome, brother. Thanks, Rover. Anything else you want to add while you're here, man?
No, I mean, like I could go on forever about Dex Vaults and all the products that we're helping you with, but
For
that's not
sure.
really the time for it.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Well, I know we're gonna have a full-on deep dive together when that's ready. Again, I know you and I have been really doing a deep dive on what we can do to be the most beneficial for the protocol and have some serious APR behind it as well. So yeah, that we'll leave them with some alpha, some teaser on what's coming for sure, Grover. Yeah.
The other thing that is good to let you guys know is I am working with Chris, your world famous Chris, and
Yes.
you will have some Academy material specifically designed for how EMP users can maximize their gains out of the vault systems.
Perfect. Yep. Another great update, Grover. Thank you. I know you spent about 2 hours on the phone with Chris Farrell. Again, a lot of you know Chris well. But yeah, that video will be in our academy and as a standalone video on our YouTube page. And that again is a high-level overview of Dex Vaults altogether. So if those of you that are still a little overwhelmed, you don't know how to get involved or what to do, that video will clear up a lot for sure. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Grover. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. I was just saying I was having another meeting with him tonight, so I'm probably going to have another 2-hour meeting.
All right, brother. Perfect. Well, all the info, the more info, the better. So, all right. Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks, Grover. Appreciate you, man. We'll talk soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Catch you later.
All right. Awesome. All right. Any other questions or comments, LA, in the chats? I think. Oh, we have one more. I think Vino's here. All right, Vino Mystic. Vino, what's up, brother? Can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect, loud and clear. So, yeah, man. Anything you want to add? Any other questions? Go ahead, brother.
No, I just wanted to come on and say, so far from what I've seen, this has been a very flawless Eshare migration. And I think that the instructions given through this AMA, as well as the pin post and the announcements, are really coming in handy. So I just want to say shout out to Jake, the team, and everybody involved. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to come on and say.
Awesome, brother. No, I appreciate that, man. I know, again, those of you that are more familiar with DeFi, sometimes these migrations can literally break protocols. And so we wanted to be extremely careful. We not only is Jake literally the GOAT, like just incredible what he can accomplish, but we also wanted to run it by a few of the devs that we trust. Again, as a lot of you know, we've hired 4 full-time devs now that are contract devs, and we're working with them, trying to go through every single possible potential exploit or issue, and again, I think that we did as much due diligence as possible. Again, I know there was that gap in rewards, but we're doing our best to make everybody whole on those as well. And yeah, over the next few weeks, all this will be done and dusted, and then we can move on as if nothing ever happened, and continue building out for Fusion and other Detonator as a service partners. So this was just the #1 priority, and now we're good to go. So like I said, this new eShare contract is much more modular. It will be a halvening model. So this next year is another 28,000 total eShare emissions. And even then, we're at still 2/3 of the most conservative share token allocation. Usually, a share token has way more inflation. Has over 100,000 in circulating supply. So we've accounted for that. We're still way under that. And then the next year, we're only admitting half. So, and then the following year, half after that. So again, eShare will not only become, more scarce over time, but with all the use cases that we're continuing to put into it, on top of the boardroom mechanism, which again will act a little bit differently in Fusion, but not not overall. You still want to have eShare 100%. So I think that we'll see a nice recovery. Again, not financial advice, but once the ecosystem is functioning on all cylinders, that's when the share token really gets a tremendous amount of value. So all that is coming, and again, we'll have to worry about another migration like this. So all right, awesome. Thanks, Vino. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, not a problem. I appreciate everything that your team and everybody at EMP does. So it's felt over here on my end as well.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Yes, everybody's patience is very, very much appreciated. So, all right, cool. I think, I mean, those were a lot of the major questions. Again, I don't want to go on too long, to have a 2-hour AMA. Unless there are more, I'm happy to go into more. But, LA, that was one thing. I know, we're going to do a recap, on all this as well in a Medium article, right? I think that's also in the works, for those that may not be English speakers or do better reading all of this. We're going to work on a Medium article too, right?
Yes, so the docs and the Medium article will have all the new contract addresses and all of the important information in it.
Perfect. All right. Yep. And again, just give us a few more days. I think the docs are pretty much updated, but the Medium article will take a little bit more. But yeah, again, just don't get scammed. During this migration process, that's where all the predators come out of the woodwork. So don't look at any DMs that say, congratulations, you have new eShare airdrop to you, or connect to any other website other than, the EMP site itself, or any of the auto vault sites. Be very, very careful with all that. Usually during these migrations is when a lot of bad shit can happen. So again, we've just been super careful, not only from a protocol standpoint, but from an education standpoint, as well. So, cool. Bull, how about you, brother? I know you've been trying to help manage and field all the questions behind the scenes over on Discord, and here as well. So, anything you want to add, Bull? Go ahead.
No, I'm enjoying listening to all these other people, getting involved and helping, and kind of shepherding people through the storm here, so to speak. And it's change is always difficult, but I think this has been rather seamless. Obviously it took a little bit longer than everybody wanted, but like you said, security is always of the utmost importance, and getting that done. And then, having that 10 days to migrate over everybody, that is paying attention, people that aren't paying attention. And, hopefully, the vast majority of people, hopefully everybody pays attention, but I know that's not a reality. And so I think there'll be people that will trickle in, and there's, a lot of amazing people here to help those people that trickle in and make sure that they get the best advice proper and quick, because we know that when somebody comes in and asks a question, that we want to beat the scammers and make sure we probably should have some notifications to not be accepting DMs to help migrate. And so don't accept any DMs. Obviously lock your stuff down, so you're not accepting DMs from people, and make sure you're helping those people that come in and ask the questions. And everybody's been doing an amazing job. So yeah, great job, everybody.
Thanks, Bull. Yes, brother, absolutely. And you included, bro. You in LA have been killing it. Again, Jake doing the coding, everybody else from the team, the army. I know, again, Vino's always been stepping up. Joe, Charlie, all you guys. Stinky Beans, man, that guy never sleeps. So now that everybody has the information, again, from the horse's mouth, so there's not, any through the grapevine misinformation. After this AMA, it should help all of you know what to do. And please, if anybody asks, point them to this AMA. I know, sometimes people don't want to listen to an AMA, but again, you can't, unless you're willing to learn what to do, you can't complain about, what may or may not have happened. So, again, share all the good word of moving to V2 and being as helpful as you can without giving, misinformation as well. So, all right, killer. That went really smooth. Again, I know a lot of you had a lot of questions. I'm happy to do, a special AMA before Thursday if we feel like, we're still not getting the message across. But we have a lot coming this week. Again, this entire AMA was about the migration, just so people can point to this. But we have a lot of other info as well. Again, just to name a few, we have the launch of Level X coming up, and so there's only about 5 million tokens left in the seed round. So if you guys have not gotten in on that, again, financial advice, but definitely check it out. You, again, are not going to be able to get any better deal than the seed round, and you're saving on the taxes. So if you're interested in another earning opportunity, please join that Telegram or listen to one of the older AMAs. Look for an AMA that says Level X, and that will give you all the details as well. And then we will have a Ghost, that team lead from over there, on an AMA with us. And then one other quick reminder, the NFTs for Magic World, if you were in on Magic World, I'm sorry, if you were in on Power Up, you will be getting your airdropped Magic World NFT, and those NFTs are now done and over with. So hopefully you guys took advantage of getting that, and we have a ton of awesome updates coming from the Magic World team. They are now accepting payments in BNB, and they're on BNB Chain. So again, this is really amazing in terms of being cross-platform. And I know a lot of you that may not want to bridge over to Phantom can now get involved and stay on the BNB chain. So we'll have another update on that. Again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Our YouTube channel has been doing really well. Again, growing. So make sure you're, again, showing up to these AMAs, because all the ad revenue from our YouTube will go to buying and burning EMP. So, and again, that's just a very, very high level overview of all the awesome stuff we have coming. Again, there's about 10 other things in the pipeline that I wish I could talk more about, but we will over the next few weeks. So, all right, LA or Bull, anything else you want to add before we wrap it up? No? All right, that's a good sign, I guess. Yeah, I think we covered it all. So, all right, once again, thanks to everybody for their patience. Please feel free to listen to this AMA all over again to clear up any
Sorry,
issues.
I do
Oh,
have one more
yeah,
thing.
yeah, go
I
ahead,
just
Ellie.
was
Yeah.
having technical difficulties.
Oh, sorry, no doubt. Go ahead.
Did you mention the poker tournament yet?
Oh, no, thank you, LA. Yes. So again, I know all my notes were about this migration. So yeah, the poker tournament. So again, we have had some info on this on other AMAs. I'll do a really fast overview. The Pillars community is running a amazing celebrity poker tournament, and I will be involved. Yours truly as one of the players, as well as James Pelton, Danny for MDB, Jason from Up Finance, a lot of really awesome big brain, again, our favorite word, big brains will be over there. And you can buy an NFT for just $5. So the NFT will get you a seat to listen in. Again, not a seat at the table. However, it could be a seat at the table, because one of the NFT minters will be actually drawn as the final member of the poker tournament. Again, it's a single table poker tournament, and the either 9th or 8th or 9th seat will go towards somebody that minted an NFT. So, but if you don't win that, you at least get admission to listening to and watching this poker tournament. It will not be recorded, so there'll be a lot of awesome info that we may not be able to give because of financial advice in a more public setting, but because people are buying tickets, we can be very candid on what we talk about, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, and above all, if I win, or not if, but when I win the poker tournament, the prize pool will then be used to buy and burn whatever protocol ends up winning. So that could be a substantial amount of EMP to the protocol. And actually, I lied. It's not burned. It's distributed to all the people that bought NFTs on behalf of the protocol. So again, if we win, $100,000, or well, the max prize is 50,000. So if we win, say $10,000 worth of EMP, that's used to then buy off the market and be distributed to all of you that bought an NFT on behalf of EMP. So, and I think LA, we're still in second, but we're gaining ground, right? I don't know if you've seen the updates, but I think we have about 40 more NFTs before we catch MDB. So hopefully we can get that get that done. So for sure. Anything else?
It's
Yeah, go ahead.
88. It's 88 to EMP to 140 to MDB. The last I checked, so we have a little ways to go, but we're catching up because their number has stayed at 140 this whole time while we've been creeping up. So it doesn't look like they're continuing to buy. So we have a good chance if we just put in a combined effort.
I love it. Yep, absolutely. And again, there is no maximum. Again, if you a $5 minimum, that's one Starbucks that you can help sacrifice for the greater good of any of the protocols that end up winning. But you get admission to, again, what I feel would be a great value in hearing from some of the top people in DeFi as well. So, and there is no limit on the amount of NFTs you can buy. So again, if you're a poker player and maybe you want to compete with us, you can buy a bunch of NFTs to hopefully win that final seat. And if you win, that's just cash. So again, you get if whoever the random winner is, if they end up winning the whole tournament, they get what 10% of the overall prize pool, I think, LA, or something to that effect.
Yes, if we win, if we have the most NFTs purchased or tickets purchased, we get 10% of the prize pool. And that will be distributed to everyone who's purchased an NFT. So if you purchase a whole bunch of NFTs, you'll win more of that 10% prize. And for every ticket that gets purchased, you get entered in to potentially win the last spot at the table. And so if you get that last spot, I mean, that would be pretty incredible as well.
Yep, 100%. All right, awesome. So yeah, and all those links again are in our pinned messages on both Discord and Telegram, and we'll do another round. I know when. Do you know when that ends, LA? I know we're coming up. Do we still have time?
Sorry, I missed the first part of the question.
Yep, no worries. The time frame. Do you know when that tournament is? And
It's Sunday the 5th.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get it now. Again, it's always the case. We think we have time until we don't. So yeah, and I will be again at that tournament playing on behalf of EMP. So wish me luck when I win. Take it down, right? Yeah. So all right, cool. All right.
And just one more update on that. There is a 5 NFT limit per wallet. So some of our emperors have used multiple wallets. So if you want more than 5, you'll just have to use more than one wallet.
Perfect. All right. Awesome. All right. That's all. I think that's it, guys and gals. LA, Bull, again, one more time. Anything we didn't go over or miss, or any last minute questions? Nope. All right. I think we're good then. So, all right. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Again, appreciate everybody's patience. Please refer any people that may not know to this AMA. That will help answer any questions. And you have the next 10 days to get everything sorted. And then, again, we will do further updates as we get closer. But overall, things look to be smashing success. As usual, EMP, 100% uptime, no exploits. We may be a little bit delayed sometimes, but that's just in the vein of making sure that there is no exploits, and we've delivered on all that from day one. So, all right, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Good night, good day. We'll see you on Thursday.